So when I first started this channel, it was about how basically all the videos were about how Zoom court is just super deceiving and how they can manipulate it to their advantage, right? The courts can. But it's even worse now because superimposing somebody on one of these little box squares is the easiest thing to do. You don't even need AI. Like I do this with, I'm going to do it and show you with a app that is free on every cell phone that you can get. You know what I mean? You just download it for free. And it's super easy. Tell you exactly how I think they did it is because whenever the FBI, first of all, they take you to jail and then they tell you you're not being cooperative and then they throw you in that cell where there's no bathroom, there's no toilet, there's just a hole in the ground, and then they take you, you get butt naked, they put a fucking smock on you or a turtle suit, whatever you want to call it, and then they leave you in there for like 10 hours. Dude, sometimes there's even a jail in like Harris County, well, and then parts, well, there's other ones too, but they play heavy metal music for like 10 hours while you're just sitting there in the dark, dude. It's crazy. But anyways, and then they put you at a table and they start to interrogate you, and what they do is normally put a conspicuous recording device right in the middle of the table so it's obvious that's what it is, and you lean forward, you know, because you think you have to like talk into it almost. So that's what I think that is I think this is the footage of the kid getting interrogated, and you only need like 30 seconds, and then you can just loop the parts over where they're really still, you know what I mean, and make it last, what, 12 minutes that this hearing was. And that's what I think they did. Okay, watch his mouth whenever you hear him say his name, and then I'll zoom in and show you what you're looking at.
Judge Graff, I will be handling the first appearance calendar today. At the conclusion of the hearing, for the first case, the court will take a recess and remind all those who are scheduled for the first appearance calendar to log back in 15 minutes after the court has taken a recess. As a general note, no electronic usage is allowed unless pre-approved. Any disruptions will be removed. To the jail, are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Calling case 251-403-576, State of Utah versus Tyler James Robinson. Could you state your name?
Tyler James Robinson.
Thank you.
Could you do some jumping jacks to prove that you're a real boy? All right, now check this out. Watch his mouth.
Could you state your name?
Tyler James Robinson.
Could you state your name?
Tyler James Robinson.
Thank you for...
Okay, FBI, time to stop fucking with people. This isn't a real person. Like, I mean, come on. Let's see that again in super slow-mo.
Could you state your name?
Tyler James Robinson.
Could you state your name?
Really? I mean, look at this, dude. It's a perfect square, dude. Like, this is crazy. I can't believe that they're allowing this, or that people are eating this up. I actually have two different recordings of this, which is proof of conspiracy, which I'll explain later. But, I mean, they were on like a Zoom call, right? I have the one, this is the one where they literally recorded, the screen recorded their computer screen. So this person that let this video out, it's a recording of their computer screen. That person was on this call. And then the live one that they let out, the one that they let out live or whatever when they went live, was the version of this one as it would be like rendered or like the other side. Like if I was running a Zoom meeting, the side that you're looking at now is what I would see. And then the one they let out live is what everybody would see live. But what they did is they did the hearing, recorded it, and then went live and then played the recording of it. You know what I'm saying? So none of this is okay. Like, let's hear him say his name one more time.
Calling case 251-403-576.
Okay, here's me just kind of joking around, but I mean, so I did it so where you could tell, you know, it's obviously I'm not taller than the box, you know what I mean? But I'm doing this just to show you.
Versus Tyler James Robinson. Could you state your name?
Balls and wieners.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Robinson. I'm Judge Graff. Mr. Scortis.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. You're probably already aware of my presence or why I'm here, but if not, I am not entering an appearance. I'm not counsel on this case. I'm working with the county.
That's the other thing, the county. So not the state. So it's federal, right? And he's just basically, and you don't need a judge's approval to hire an attorney, but you do if it's going to be a federal one in a federal fucking court or federal case. So that's what that is, I think.
Counsel assigned but we need you to allow for the appointment of counsel.
Thank you, Mr. Scortis. Well, I want to go through the qualifications
Absolutely.
for indigency, but that is my intent, Mr. Scortis.
Very well.
And I thank you for being here. So, Mr.
Objection. See, you notice I'm right there the whole time, right? But I'm not really there, right? So anyways, I did this this was a couple days ago. So today I did this. I just took 30 seconds. This is it right here. 30 seconds of footage of me recording myself in my house, lip syncing the name Tyler James Robinson, and then looking around and then sitting there for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to take that and then put it over. And I did it to where you can still see his face, obviously. But I mean, if I were to do it, if I were just to film the brick wall, it would just be a blank background. But he's going to be a part of the background. So you'll see, like in my neck and over the part of my shoulders, you'll see him still there. But I'm doing this just to show you that it's fake. You know what I mean? Just to show you how easy it is to fake. And then I'll do it with another one, which will be even funnier. But long. Anyway, check it out. So in the whole trial, or whatever you want to call it, digital trial or digital courtroom appearance was 12 minutes long, right? And all the kid did was say his name. That was it. So I want to show you guys how easy this is to fake or refake, whatever.
Good afternoon. My name is Judge Graff. I will be handling the first appearance calendar today. At the conclusion of the hearing, for the first case, the court will take a recess and remind all those who are scheduled for the first appearance calendar to log back in 15 minutes after the court has taken a recess. As a general note, no electronic usage is allowed unless pre-approved. Any disruptions will be removed. To the jail, are we ready to proceed?
Fuck you, Judge.
Calling case 251-403-576, State of Utah versus Tyler James Robinson. Could you state your name?
Tyler James Robinson.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Robinson. I'm Judge Graff. Mr. Scortis.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. You're probably already aware of my presence or why I'm here, but if not, I am not entering an appearance. I'm not counsel on this case. I'm working with the county to get counsel assigned, but we need you to allow for the appointment of counsel.
Thank you, Mr. Scortis. Well, I want to go through the qualifications
Absolutely.
for indigency, but that is my intent, Mr. Scortis.
Very well.
And I thank you for being here. So, Mr. Robinson, you have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the court can appoint an attorney to represent you. I have reviewed your declaration.
What I could do is just keep copying and pasting until, but you saw me get up, right? But I mean, what I'm saying is when I was sitting there still, I could just keep copying and pasting that and it would just loop back over for 12 minutes. Now, here's the thing though. This right here, this recording of this is a screen recording of the computer that was running the program of Zoom or whatever it was that first broadcast this, right? And then but the only recording of this that the public would have access to if they did it live was the live recording. Somebody who recorded this exact recording right here, screen recorded the computer screen that it was being run from and broadcast, and then after the live came out, then this came out on Fox 7. I think they recorded this. I think this court case, whatever, went on at the Fox studios. This came from Fox. This did not come from a court. I mean, you can tell, like right up here in the top. In a court setting, this would be what the person, the judge's clerk would be looking at, right? Because she's the one who lets all the people in and whatever. This is their screen that they would be looking at. If you broadcast live, this is the screen you don't see. What we see is what they did broadcast live and recorded it. They had it recorded and then you use the broadcast to make it broadcast or whatever, but it was pre-recorded and that looked like this.
Options will be removed. To the jail, are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Calling case 251-403-576, State of Utah versus Tyler James Robinson. Could you state your name?
Tyler James Robinson.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Robinson. I'm Judge Graff. Mr. Scortis.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. You're probably already aware of my presence.
And see, why did that screen split? You know what I mean? That if he was on the call, it would have been another square that popped up or whatever. But that square split on its own. I'm telling you, this was pre-recorded. This top left square was pre-recorded with the what we hear, right? And the rest of this was just superimposed on here and then resaved and then broadcast. Like none of this is real. He was never in front of a judge. I mean, I understand that he's in the jail and he was actually, even if he was on the call, like legitly, he would still not be in front of the judge. But what I'm saying is this kid never got on a call and saw or heard this judge's voice ever. That's what I'm saying. Another way you can tell, too, is because right here, the names that would pop up in that corner are just, it's off. It should be along with the audio, right? And it shouldn't. It should go with the audio,
but we need
from
you to
from like as far as we see it, right? Not from
Thank you, Mr.
what
Scortis.
I don't know how to explain this.
It is, well, I want to go through the qualifications
Absolutely.
for indigency, but that is my intent, Mr. Scortis.
You see how it popped up, and then also the one under the judge is still there. But it should never ever do that. Like it should go from one to the other. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. You see how it went away? At no point for any length of time should they ever be there solid together. Like for example here, well, on Zoom it's the green squares around the box, but on other ones it's the names. Just watch whenever they switch talking, the green square around the box will switch to whoever's talking. It'll never be on two of them.
5 TR 1215. Quentin Hyde appears apparently on his own Zoom. Jaron Regier appears on behalf of the state of Kansas and the Butler County Attorney's Office. Mr. Hyde, court has an information before it which alleges in count 1, in count 2, failure to register a vehicle, an unclassified non-person misdemeanor, punishable by up to 30 days in the county jail and up to a $500 fine or both. What are your intentions regarding a plea here this afternoon, Mr. Hyde?
Good afternoon. I do not intend to plead.
Why is that, Mr. Hyde?
I have a few clerical things I'd like to clear up.
You see how that works? Now I'm going to address the box that had two other boxes pop up with inside of it, which is weird. In the fake FBI footage, the two boxes pop up with inside one box, and it looks like they're in the same courtroom. But if you are in the same courtroom and your courtroom is already hooked up with the old school cameras, it is not. It doesn't mean that can possibly happen. It just can't. So here's Judge Simpson's courtroom, which has the old school cameras, and they switch angles and stuff. But you'll see what I'm talking about, right? Because we're going to watch this transition whenever the state's lawyer comes in, right? From the judge's face to the two of them, right? And then I'm going to show you how it's supposed to look. Okay, so here it is.
Tyler James Robinson.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Robinson. I'm Judge Graff. Mr. Scortis.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. You're probably
No names on either of them. That would never happen. That would never happen. Here's the transition one more time.
Your name?
Tyler James Robinson.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Robinson. I'm Judge Graff. Mr. Scortis.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. You're probably
And now here's what it looks like in Simpson's courtroom when it's actually legit.
Your Honor.
Court calls the case, People versus Adrian German.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Hassan Bazi, P78448 on behalf of Mr. German. Mr. German, can
See
you...
that? No names disappeared, nothing like that. And now it's about to switch to Mr. German there in the blue. And then watch how fluid it is.
state your name for the record, please?
Yes, Adrian German.
Thank you, sir.
See how both of those top boxes are the same courtroom, but they're in two separate squares, right? It is impossible for two squares to pop up with inside one unless you pre-record it, and then that is what you're using. It's the recording of two squares that you put together, like how I did right here. This is impossible to happen.
I am not entering appearance. I'm not counsel on this case. I'm working with the county to get counsel assigned, but we need you.
Keep your eyes right here. The name's going to pop up and then go away and then pop up.
Thank you, Mr. Scortis. It is, Well, I want to go through the qualifications
Absolutely.
for indigency, but that is my intent, Mr. Scortis.
Very well.
And I thank you for being here. So, Mr.
That's the other thing. This weird ass language, like thank you. He thanks everybody for being there, even the people who aren't there. And then also another thing that he does is say their names so much, dude. Charlie Kirk killed blah blah, or blah 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 killed Charlie Kirk. James blah 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 killed Charlie. He said it like 5 times, dude. It's really creepy, man. And then if you
-3-203.14 sub 2, Tyler James Robinson intentionally selected Charlie Kirk because Tyler James Robinson's belief or perception regarding Charlie Kirk's political expression. 3.14 sub 2, Tyler James Robinson intentionally selected Charlie Kirk because of Tyler James Robinson's belief or perception. Rating factor in the
white square is the host, the judge is the co-host, and then the rest are just people, right? It still doesn't make sense. Why? Okay, well, first of all, check this out. So they're obviously recording, and up until this point, it's only been like 10 minutes, right? But it says in the top corner, it says 27 minutes.
Second-degree felony in violation of Utah Code Annotated 76-8-306 sub 2, in that on September 10th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant Tyler James Robinson, with intent to hinder, delay, or prevent the investigation, apprehension, prosecution, conviction, or pursuant to any person regarding conduct that constitutes a criminal offense, conceal or remove the firearm used to shoot Charlie Kirk, and the conduct that constitutes an offense would be a capital felony or a first-degree felony. Count 4, obstruction of justice, a second-degree felony in violation of Utah Code 76-8-306 sub 2, in that on or about September 11th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant, Tyler James Robinson, with an intent to hinder, delay, or prevent the investigation, apprehension, prosecution, conviction, or punishment of any person regarding conduct that constitutes a criminal offense, destroyed, concealed, or removed the clothing he wore during the shooting, and the conduct that constitutes an offense would be a capital felony or first-degree felony. Count 5, tampering with a witness, a third-degree felony in violation of Utah Code Annotated 76-8-508, in that on or about September 10th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant, Tyler James Robinson, believed that an official proceeding or investigation was pending or about to be instituted or intended to prevent an official proceeding or investigation, and attempted to induce or otherwise cause his roommate to withhold testimony, information, a document, or an item, to wit, directing his roommate to delete incriminating text messages. Count 6, tampering with a witness, a third-degree felony in violation of Utah Code Annotated 76-8-508, in that on or about September 11th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant, Tyler James Robinson, believed that an official proceeding or investigation was pending or about to be instituted or intended to prevent an official proceeding or investigation, and attempted to induce or otherwise cause his roommate to withhold testimony or information, to wit, directing his roommate to stay silent if the police questioned the roommate. Count 7, violent offense committed in the presence of a child, a Class A misdemeanor in violation of Utah Code Annotated 76-3-203.10 sub 2 and 76-3-203.14 sub 3A little double I, in that on or about September 10th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant, Tyler James Robinson, committed criminal homicide in the physical presence of a child younger than 14 years of age, with knowledge that a child was present and that may have been seen or heard the commission of the criminal homicide. Victim targeting enhancement in violation of Utah Code Annotated 76-3-203.14 sub 2, Tyler James Robinson intentionally selected Charlie Kirk because of Tyler James Robinson's belief or perception regarding Charlie Kirk's political expression. That concludes reading of the information. Mr. Robinson, this case is set for September 29th at 10 a.m. It will be a waiver hearing, and I will be the judge assigned to this case. And Mr. Robinson, I invite you to join us at that time. Is there anything further, counsel?
No, Your Honor, we'll have counsel appointed by then. Thank you.
Mr. Gurander, anything further?
One item, just for clarification, Your Honor, the hearing on the 29th, is that in person or WebEx?
Thank you. That is a great question. It will be via WebEx.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right. I want to thank all parties for being here, and this concludes this hearing at this time. Court is in recess.
All right.
Good afternoon. My name is Judge Graff. I will be handling the first appearance calendar today. At the conclusion of the hearing. Good afternoon. My name is Judge Graff. I will be handling the first appearance calendar today. At the conclusion of the hearing, for the first stage, with knowledge that a child was present, of the or knowingly caused. Thank you. I have